fight, I say Fedor, Michael, or Anderson. And since then, it's been in the media that I want to fight him. So it's a good fight. I like it.
You received what he asked for.
Obviously, you feel confident about this matchup. Where do you feel like a win would put you? Because it seems like there's a bit of a traffic jam heading to the belt.
You know, I think most of us, we always think about the past or the future. And through my career, I learned something that's so special, helped to guide my life. It's just living the moment, just living the present moment. So most of the people today, especially with all this device, kids, youth, they're very anxious, you know, about things that's going, the new phone, the new this. And we miss the best opportunity of life is just enjoying, seeing the kids growing, enjoying life. So I'm living this moment. I'm here with you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's probably had this in the back of his head for a long time. I haven't really given it a whole lot of thought until, you know, he won that belt and people started, even then I wasn't really thinking about a rematch with him until all the fans started asking me if I was going to fight him again, and Dana White called me up and said, do you want to do it? And I said absolutely. And yeah, I don't know how that plays in his head. I just know that you know, I just got to go out there and do my job and stay in his face, and hopefully he's confident with his hands after his last win and getting the knockout that he's going to come forward and I don't have to chase him as much.
It's probably been 20 minutes since you've last been asked whether this will be the last fight for you on Saturday night. Have you had any more thoughts now you're in the country, now you're in fight week? Has that been on your mind at all anymore?
Well, normally it wouldn't have been on my mind, but yeah, I've been asked that a number of times if I'm really going to retire. And yes, this will be my last fight, win or lose. You know, isn't 20 years enough of my ugly face in the octagon enough for you guys? So, and I honestly, I truly appreciate all the fan support and love that I feel worldwide from everybody, and all the best wishes that I've had. You know, not just from America, but everywhere has been, you know, taken on the inside, and I'm thankful to have that, and I feel great about this being my last fight. I had a great training camp. My body feels good, and you know, I do feel like I'm able to go another 2 or 3 years if I wanted to, but you know, I'm ready to spend a little bit more time with my family and kids, and they don't see me a whole lot productively during training camp. I've you know, after training sessions, I go home and veg out on the couch trying to recover, and neglecting my dad and husband duties doing that. So I'm ready to retire, and you know, hopefully this is a good show for you guys here in Manchester as my last fight. Thank you guys. And I am already married, so I can't marry you.
Don, you seem quite emotional speaking there, just down here. You seem quite emotional even speaking there, that this is going to be your last fight week. Talk to me about the emotions, and have you had to keep that in check coming into fight week?
You know, honestly, it hasn't been that tough to keep in check at all. I haven't really even given it a whole lot of thought. That's probably as emotional as I have gotten this whole training camp. You know, just given that a little reflection right then. But you know, I feel great. Like, this is just a normal training camp. I'm always gearing up, ready to give the best I can, and during training camp and for the fight. And yeah, I feel like I did a great job in this training camp preparing for, you know, my last fight and one of the most important fights that I'll ever have or ever have had.
But you know, if things are to go the way you want on Saturday night, early hours of Sunday morning, you drop another H-bomb on Michael Bisping, you know, surely you'll have to reconsider, no?
Nope. No, that would be just an ideal way of retiring with the belt. You know, I couldn't think of a better way to finish my career other than that one. And you know, I'm ready. I'm mentally ready to kind of start a new chapter, but still be involved in MMA and still, you know, go to most of the fights and watch from outside the octagon instead of from inside.
It doesn't matter who it is, I'm going to win that fight. And if GSP wants it in Toronto in December, I'm good. You know, GSP keeps talking. You know, time to do some walking, pal. He called me out, so I'll happily knock out that Henderson, have a beer with a few of you guys, and then get straight back in the gym.
Mike, down here. Speaking of GSP, you've said a lot in the past about drug cheats and people who tested positive, and a lot of your losses have actually came to people who've tested positive down the line. Do you think there's any chance you could have been champion sooner had stricter drug testing come into play earlier?
Well, I don't know. I mean, think about this. All of a sudden, everybody starts getting drug tested, and all of a sudden, I'm world champion. I don't know. Nothing's changed with me, mate. Nothing's changed. I look the same. I act the same. You know, people say I've got a bit of a dodgy accent these days, so maybe I don't talk the same. You know, you tell me, mate. All of a sudden, you saw it showing up, drug testing people at random. So either they get caught or they're not doing it. And then all of a sudden, I'm world champion. So I don't know, maybe.
And you being world champion now, when UK MMA is on such a spurt now with a lot of up-and-coming stars, what do you think you being champion does, and what do you think it means for UK MMA?
Yeah, I mean, I never think about these things. What have I done? You know, and what does my winning a belt mean to the country and things like that? I think if ever I start having these thoughts, then someone needs to give me a slap in the face. You know, I used to work minimum wage down the street, you know what I mean? So I'm just out here trying to look after myself, trying to look after my family, trying to support Great Britain, you know, and if some good comes out of that along the way, great, but I'm not the man to say these things, so that's down to you guys. If you want to do that, of course. I've never backed down an opponent in my life, and sure as hell won't start with a welterweight that's been retired for 3 years.
And earlier today at Dana White, when doing a radio interview, he basically said that the follow-up shot Dan gave you after the initial blow that knocked you down was the biggest foul he's seen in MMA history.
Who said that?
Dana White.
Okay.
So like, I know you said you would have done the same thing to finish the fight. You keep going until the referee pulls you off. But what's your response to that? In hindsight,
Dana said that was the biggest foul
that he's seen, yeah, in a fight.
But that wasn't a foul.
But and maybe unnecessary. That was his word.
Yeah, you know, I mean, listen, fair play. You know, you got to keep going till the referee calls the fight, I guess. You know, I don't begrudge him for it. Listen, I know what I'm getting into. We sign on the contract, we step in the cage. That says it all. We step into a cage and we're fighting. You know, if I get knocked out and get an extra dig, I signed up for that. So, would I do the same? I don't know. You know, maybe. I might do it Saturday night. I don't think I will, but you never know. There's always a possibility.